Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan. I'm a consulting manager at Solve.cloud, and today we're going to talk about integrating financial accounts in Salesforce Financial Services Cloud. First off, what is a financial account? A financial account is any account managed by a financial institution. So for RIAs, this can include investment accounts and retirement accounts such as 401ks and IRAs. And these financial accounts are used by wealth managers to track their clients' investments, holdings, balances, track performance across both individuals and households. With that being said, why should I integrate financial account information from my custodians into Salesforce? So first off, Financial Services Cloud was built for this. I've worked with dozens of RIAs, and ultimately you don't truly unlock your ROI of Salesforce as an RIA until you integrate financial accounts into Salesforce. And that's because one of the reasons is because keeping financial accounts up to date in Salesforce without an integration is a ton of manual work. So you can see I'm on this personal account here for Rachel Morris. And if I go over to the financial accounts tab, and let's just click into one. Let's click into this Vanguard one. So as you can see, just on the details tab of this financial account, there's a lot of information here. And depending on the custodian, there is much more data that will come into these fields on the financial account, which is ultimately a lot of data to track. And so not only is there a lot of data just on the financial account itself, but also there are related records that will get pulled in depending on which custodian you use. Financial holdings, for example, will represent the positions for this particular account, and they have data that's getting updated regularly. And as well as transactions, which track any sort of account activity that's happening in your custodial software. So with all that being said, ultimately, it's just not feasible to keep these regularly up to date without an integration. And with that being said, when you integrate financial accounts with your custodians, you unlock real-time insights on this data in Salesforce along with all of your other data. And those are aggregated and easily reportable, thanks to a lot of rolling up capabilities that Financial Services Cloud has, as well as just the standard reporting capabilities that Salesforce provides. So going back to Rachel, you can see that she has a handful of financial accounts. Those then roll up to her total financial accounts. There are also other fields that are not on this layout that also capture certain information from financial accounts that is really helpful and reportable. But then if we go over to the relationships tab, I can see that she's associated with the Morris household, which is her primary group. And I click in here, I can now see some more data across the total financial accounts for this household, as well as AUM. There's other financial summary data here that breaks things out based off of what are investments, what are bank deposits, other types of accounts. And then I can also go over to the household financial accounts related list and see all of the financial accounts across this entire household for all the members of this household. Okay. So this on top of other stuff that Financial Services Cloud has to offer, there is a ton of reporting capabilities in being able to aggregate all of this information under individuals and households. And also with all this data, that can then be used to trigger and facilitate other processes using the Salesforce platform, related to ongoing client services such as money movement or maybe a distribution request, RMDs, etc. And so ultimately, you just unlock so much more capability in what you're able to do within Financial Services Cloud when you integrate this data into Salesforce. With all that being said, what are the options for integrating financial accounts? Ultimately, there's quite a few options out there for integrating custodial data into Salesforce. If you mainly use one custodian, such as Schwab, they have a connector that is super easy to set up and will automatically sync in financial account information from your custodian, and it's updated on regular intervals, which is awesome. Other custodians also have connectors that are pretty easy to set up. If you manage accounts across a variety of different custodians, I'd recommend using a data aggregator such as an Orion, Tamarac, or Addepar. Those are all great options. And the nice thing about these integrations is that they will keep the financial account data consistent and uniform, regardless of which custodian that it comes from, which just makes it super easy to report on. With all that being said, before you make a decision on a financial account integration, it's important to understand what data is integrated from each platform. Some integrations only include financial account data, while others will also include the holdings or the positions, like I showed in the example, for each financial account, as well as the trades and transactions. Some will also provide RMD calculations. You don't have to do those manually. And so it's important to understand that information before you commit to a particular provider. Thank you for watching the video. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about integrating financial account data, feel free to add a comment below. We also offer free consultations. So if you're looking to integrate financial account data into your Salesforce workflows, feel free to click the link in the description to book a meeting, and we'd be happy to chat.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.